Your reasons for listening to the show, well, those are your own. But just keep in mind that the views, information, or opinions expressed on the Tuddle Daily Podcast are solely those of the individuals involved and do not necessarily represent those of our sponsors. Yeah, it's called free speech, people. Nobody's forcing you to listen.
Get ready for your daily dose of Tuddle.
The all-time greatest intern/producer we've ever had, of course, Tuddle. Tuddle in Florida.
From the Hobo Fish Camp, it's the Tuddle Daily Podcast.
No wonder nobody likes you, Tuddle. Everything's a goddamn debate.
Greetings and welcome to another edition of the Tuddle Daily Podcast. Hope you guys are enjoying your day so far. If you get a chance, go to my website, Tuddle.net. If you go to Tuddle.net, you're going to be able to find every single place that you'll be able to find me online, especially my YouTube channel. If you haven't already subscribed to that, go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Tuddle. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button, because when you hit that bell button, you're going to get alerted to anytime I go live or I upload any new content. Before I get into anything else, and I don't want anybody to think that I'm saying this because I'm mad at anybody at all. But the 11 a.m. show's going away. It's just going away. Nobody did anything wrong. Nobody. It's just my decision that the 11 a.m. show's going away. So you're going to get 2 shows a day. You're going to get my 8 p.m. Tuddle Daily Podcast live stream, as well as you're going to get the recorded show that I do every single day. And it's not because Charlie or Ciroc did anything wrong. It's just like I feel like I need to just do my own thing. Now, they're more than welcome to be guests on my regular show that I do and everything, but like, I'm just one of those guys now, since I've stopped drinking. This is my life. This is my life. This is what I do. I am building something here. And once again, this is me not talking bad about anybody else, is that it's like the only person in life that you can count on is yourself. And I just got to back myself up and cover my ass because I love Ciroc. I love Charlie. I love Charlie just as much as anybody, because Charlie is one of the main reasons why I started doing my podcast and stuff. So I just, like I said, anytime they want to record with me, I am completely down. But when it comes to the live stuff, like I can only count on myself to be able to do this stuff. And once again, this is not a shot at any of those guys at all. Now, as many times as I've repeated myself, it almost seems like it is. So, God damn it, I'm kind of like digging myself in a hole. But I just wanted to throw that out there and let you guys know that that's what I'm going to be doing from now on. The 11 a.m. show is gone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye. Bye-bye. Yeah, it's gone. So, you know, like if they want to join me on my 8 p.m. show, then that's awesome. If they want to be on my recorded show, that is amazing. I would love to have them any single time that they would like to be there. All right, so let's get into some content here. I found this first piece of audio on World Star Hip Hop, and it is one of those like astrological type girls. I hate. See, I've been trying to stop myself from saying the word bitch or bitches and stuff, and I'm trying to do a better job. I'm just trying to do a better job, but I really do think that this woman really, really does have her priorities just a little out of whack here. Like, I don't know if this chick is being real or she's just trying to be TikTok famous, Instagram famous, internet famous, Twitter famous, whatever famous it wants to be, because I have a hard time just believing that this bitch is real. Yeah, you know what? I said it. She's a bitch.
I am looking for a candidate to get me pregnant with twins in April or May.
All right, can we be a little honest here? Is this just a case of a woman being a little too picky that she needs to have twins? Like, I don't know, like, unless I'm sure that doctors and scientists have been able to figure out how to be able to make twins and stuff. But, like, are we really getting to that point? Are we really getting to that point? Like, I really do think, and I know that a lot of people out there, and I know that this is going to piss a lot of people off. I know that this is going to piss a lot of people off on what I'm about to say. But you know what? I really don't give a damn. Do you guys realize that the world has a tipping point with the amount of people that... I'm sorry, I didn't mean to grossly burp into the microphone. But what I'm trying to say is that, like, do you realize that the world does have a little bit of a tipping point on how many people we can have on the world before it's like a point of no return? Us as human beings, we are all just a parasite on this earth right now. And I'm not one of those, like, New World Order people that just believe that, oh, we need a population surplus control. No, not at all. But, goddamn, I really do think, like, if you cannot have kids naturally, then I think that you're just shit out of luck. And I know that that's going to piss a lot of people off by saying that, but there's a reason. We are messing around with nature too much in our world, in our society, that if you can't have a child naturally, then those are the breaks, honey. Like, I think, with this whole abortion thing going on, we need more abortions. We do. I think that people should be able to just turn. I'm not going to go as far as shock jockeying you guys and saying that, oh, well, I think you can just have it up until the third trimester. No. I am not that heartless at all. But what I'm trying to say, though, is that not only are you wanting to get artificially inseminated, but you're being so just like greedy, so picky that you need twins. What the F is going on with this dumb bitch? And I know that I didn't want to say the word, but she's a dumb bitch.
And if you would like to apply for that, you should be very spiritual, very grounded. Your DNA should be completely activated. You should eat a clean, natural diet with no processed sugar, no processed food. You should meditate every day, exercise every day.
Well, hey, well, you're not getting an American because you just eliminated probably about 90% of all Americans. And what does that even mean by your DNA needs to be complete? Are you saying that no Down syndrome kids, men, no mentally challenged men, sperm donors, that your DNA all has to be there? Are you saying that the ones that are missing an extra chromosome, or they have an extra chromosome, whatever it may be, that you're like, I mean, I get where you're coming from. Like, nobody wants to choose to have a mentally or handicapped child. So I get what you're saying there, but I don't get with the processed foods and stuff. Like, you do understand, like, pretty much all the food, like, unless you're a farmer that is living off the land, eating natural, like, if you're eating something out of a box, that's the way that I look at it. Tom Brady's talked about this. There's no box food at his house. Everything is fresh produce. So if anybody's eating things out of a box, then you got to cut them completely out of that when it comes to processed foods and sugars.
And have healed many lineages of trauma in your current incarnation, healed your family. You should...
How about this? I don't want to give my sperm to some woman that just says, every other sentence or every other word. Because do you hear, this, that, And you want to talk about trauma? So what? Look, I'm a survivor of childhood trauma. So does that mean like I am completely out of this? Like seriously. Like I would not even donate my sperm to this girl or this woman. Like you know like how people always say that word, I wouldn't pee on her if she was on fire. I would not masturbate on her like to put the fire out if she was on fire right now, because like it almost feels like she's like a part of the Aryan nation, almost like she is wanting to build the super child, the super soldier child. You realize that you can ask for all this stuff in the world, but sometimes you get a bad hand. And, you know, like, I don't wish anything bad on a person, especially an innocent child. But with all the demands that this chick is making, it would only be fitting that if the kid was born, like, with a handicap or something, I don't wish that on any child at all. But, like, because there are so many people out there that have handicapped children and stuff like that, and they love their kids. Just like if they were like normies, or I hate using the word normies, but you get what I'm saying. And this chick is like wanting to genetically engineer the perfect child. Not just perfect child, perfect children. She wants twins. What the hell is going on in our world right now? This cannot be real.
Have a deep sense of peace and connection with the divine, and bring that into your cellular activation on a daily basis, and you should have been doing that for some years now. So your body is completely rejuvenated in the cosmic light. And if that is you, and you do have viable DNA in the form of sperm, then you can send me your qualifications in the P.O. Box, Unicult. Send it to Unicult, P.O. Box 60606, Pasadena, California 91116.
If I'm just being honest, I know that this is going to be a very hacky joke. And I'm just, is it a hacky joke, like, if I call it out before? Or does it make it even more of a hackier joke? Like, you wouldn't have to be giving out your P.O. Box number to get a sperm deposit. You know, if you were just accepting sperm deposits in your regular box, if you know what I'm saying. Yaga, yaga, yeah, joke of the day. Yeah, I know that it was very hackish, but she gets into this, like, because people are dumb enough that they would send sperm donations to a P.O. Box number.
And I do want to say that all genders are welcome, but you will have to have sperm in order to impregnate me.
All right. If I'm being honest, does anybody else find it hypocritical that this chick is like concerned about how smart the person is, what their genetics is like, and she said all genders are welcome? Does she understand how reproduction works? Does she understand that you cannot accept all genders if you're wanting to, have a child? Not unless I don't even know, like, if you're going to have a surrogate. Because if it was going to be your egg in somebody else's body, you would still need somebody else's sperm. So somebody needs to tap this chick on the shoulder and be like, yo, yeah, you probably shouldn't be that picky when it comes to sperm genetics, because, like, you might be at the more shallow end of the gene pool, if you know what I'm saying.
Maybe in the future things like that won't be necessary, but that's where we're at currently. And I do want to say, Universe was advertising this this search for a viable sperm donor. Oh, and when you send in your qualifications, whatever those qualifications may be, send a picture too, because yes, we're a little bit shallow. It's happening that way. But also, you know, I have to look at these children. I don't want them to be ugly. No offense. There's nothing wrong with ugly people.
All right. There's no way. No way in hell that this can be real. Because she just said, like, I don't want ugly children. But then she was like, oh, there's nothing wrong with ugly children. Are you kidding me? Like, seriously. And the sad thing is that this chick, if I'm being honest, is pretty hot. But, like, there is a point. Like, I know a lot of guys out there are like, oh, I don't care what a chick looks like or how smart she is. As long as she's hot, I don't give a damn. No, I'm telling you right now, this is the type of case where that this chick is hot, and I'm not BSing you. Like, she is hot, but she is dumb as hell, and it is just so unattractive that, like, you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. I would probably still like bang her, but like there's no way like I could ever have a relationship with this woman. Like, she is that dumb. She is that conceited, and I've had the worst luck when it comes to these astrology women. There's only been one that I really, really do feel like has been true, a true friend of mine, and that is my friend Addie. But the rest of them, they've all been fake as hell. And I really like it's turned me off completely when it comes to a lot of the women that are into astrology and stuff. But man, oh man, this chick just tops. She is the cherry on top of a shit sundae because she is dumb as hell.
But maybe, you know, if you are truly aligned with cosmic radiance, you will be beautiful. You know, so don't think conventional beauty is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, are you glowing from within? And if you feel confident that you are.
Maybe this is real because, you know what that sounds like? That sounds like backpedaling. That sounds like backpedaling if I've ever heard backpedaling. I need to see a picture of you, but no. Guess what? It's not about your outer beauty. It's about your inner beauty. Oh, my God. It's about your inner beauty, not your outer beauty. Even though I just 45 seconds ago said, I need to see a picture of you. Get bent, bitch.
Then please do send that in. Alt Universe was advertising on Twitter that I was looking for people to send vials of their sperm. No. Do not send vials of your sperm. If you send a vial of your sperm, you will be automatically disqualified from this operation.
I'm not telling anybody to do this. I'm not telling anybody to actually send their sperm to this woman. And I'm not a religious person, but guess what? If there is a God, all right. So, God, I know that I've said a lot of really messed up things about you. I've been trying to tell a lot of people that you do not exist. I've been telling people that if you do exist, that you're the biggest dick in the world. But if you do, for some reason, like you do exist, can you make it happen where her P.O. box, which she's about to give out, what she's already given out, I think, I hope that she gets a box full of semen. I hope her box gets filled to the brim with nothing but sperm. And I know a lot of people are going to get upset with me about what I'm saying. I almost will guarantee you that this video at the very least will be partially demonetized. But I just got to keep it real. If I'm just being honest, I got to keep it real because I can't deal with the stupidity and just the lack of respect that some people have. And I just hope that it's like a paper mache. If you know what I mean by paper mache, it's just sticky, gooey mess in her box. By box, I mean P.O. box.
First of all, your sperm will no longer be viable if you send it through the USPS. Also, I don't think that's legal. I might get in trouble in my P.O. box for having my P.O. box full of vials of sperm. Not exactly ideal.
Trust me, I know plenty of people that are sending drugs through the mail. I ain't gonna be no snitch. So if you want to come talk to me, you know what? I'll do my time. I am not saying who I know that does it or accepts it, but guess what? If they're like, okay, they got dogs that are like supposed to be there to sniff out drugs. As far as I know, that they don't have sperm smelling dogs to be able to like check out. Oh my God, that is baby batter in that envelope. Yeah, that right there, that is semen. That is that's semen in that bag. No, they're not gonna worry about people sending you sperm. But guess what, lady? You gave out your P.O. box number, and if you get a box full of sperm, you kind of deserve it.
Additionally, I'm just gonna mix up a bunch of random people's sperm from the internet that may or may not be viable because it traveled through the mail and shove it in my vagina? No. We're talking about a cosmic, divine, kundalini merging of consciousness to bring in the highest possible warriors of light. That's what we're talking about. So
the more and more that this lady talks, she really does seem like a Nazi. Like, she seems like an Aryan race trying to build the perfect species of child. Like, seriously, am I going too wrong here? I would love to hear from you guys. I would love. See, I can't take phone calls. I can't do that. But I really, really would love to hear from you. Like, I seriously would love to hear from you. There's a couple of ways you can get a hold of me. You can email me, Tuddle@gmail.com. That's Tuddle with 2 Ds. TUDDLE@gmail.com, or leave me a voicemail, 407-270-3044.
That's what I'm looking to have happen. And if you are interested in that, you can go ahead and send your qualifications in to P.O. Box 60606, Pasadena, California, 91116. And like I said, we're moving quick. We're hoping that this is going to happen in April or May. So,
all right. So this is just a serious question. Serious question. Not saying I'm gonna do it. Just to let you know that this woman willingly gave her P.O. box number out. If I got like a little Tupperware container and I put a bunch of Elmer's glue in it, I know that's not the same consistency, but it would be pretty badass. What if I just sent a Tupperware of Elmer's glue and sent it to her P.O. box number and been like, yo, I need to interview you for the Total Daily Podcast. This is not really Spizerm. This is just Elmer's glue. Or, you know what? I'm not even going to say that. I'm just going to be like, yo, want to talk? Want to be on the Tuddle Daily Podcast? Let's find you the right sperm donor, because I got to talk to you. I got to find out if you're being for real or you're just trolling us.
Send in your qualifications and a photo. Whatever you feel like your qualifications may be. You should also be unvaccinated. I don't think you should be vaccinated. It's not so much a physical thing as a mental thing. It's a mental. I want your mental space to be in the place where you can stand up to authority.
Oh, God damn it. You know what? This is why everybody in the world hates us. They despise us. No wonder everybody hates Americans. No wonder everybody wants to take us down. No wonder we are just destroying ourselves from the inside out like a cancer, because this is the type of people that we're dealing with. And don't get me wrong, it's her right. It is her freedom of speech, her freedom of expression, her freedom of everything. It's just, that's the way America is. I really do think at some point, like, we just have way too many freedoms. And I'm never going to go against that. But my God, like, really, really, are these the type of people that we want, like, reproducing, especially wanting to have twins? We're doomed. We are absolutely doomed.
If you so feel like it. I'm not saying that everyone who doesn't get vaccinated is standing up to authority. We're not going to get into this. This is not what we're talking about today. But that is one of the qualifications. I'm allowed to make any kind of qualifications about the future father of my children, future parent, father, sperm donor of my children. So please do not call yourself a pureblood. That's not. Yeah, you can't. You can't be vaccinated, and you can't call yourself a pureblood.
Wait a minute. Are we, like, living in the world of Harry Potter now? Like, are we? Oh, you're a pureblood, or are you a mudblood? Or mudblood? I think that's what they call it. Like, part wizard, part, like, regular muggle. Like, you're a mug blood. Is this what this bitch is saying? Like, is this knock knock? Is this J.K. Rowling wanting to get impregnated and have twins? Needs to be in April and May. You don't have to be vaccinated, or she doesn't want you to be vaccinated. No childhood trauma. Can I keep just going on and on? Oh, she doesn't want ugly kids either. What the hell is going on, people?
We're walking a very fine line. We're fighting a very specific person amongst, how many people are on the planet now? 7 billion? My mother is a triplet. Yes, my mother is a triplet. My mother is a triplet. I have been manifesting twins my whole life. It's happening. It's going to happen. Please don't just send your sperm to Unicole's P.O. Box. Thank you.
Sorry. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Like, she willingly gave out her P.O. Box number. Now, I don't even know if it's truly even hers. But, I mean, it's not against the law for me to send a Tupperware full of Elmer's glue, right? With my contact info, my social media stuff. I'll take a glamour shot photo. Like, I want to see if I can make the cut. Now, like, there's no way in hell I would ever give this chick my DNA at all. Because, like, it would be everything against what my dad stood for as an American, as a real man's man. And there's no way that I would send this dumb, crazy woman my sperm at all. There's no way that it's going to happen. And did you notice she kept saying, we are this, we are that? Like, when she first started, she said, I. But then she started saying, we are. So I'm kind of, like, leaning that she might be lesbian. And, once again, she was like, oh, I don't care what gender you are. But then she, like, backtracked and said, well, of course, you gotta be a man. It's gotta be sperm. I'm just asking. And look, I have no problem. I don't want anybody to think like I'm like anti-gay, lesbian, transgender, whatever. I'm not. But I just think that this is just a bad look. If this woman is in the gay or lesbian community, it's just a bad look all around. Like, I've been dealing with a lot of stuff. I'm actually really, really thinking about finally talking about the childhood trauma that I dealt with when I was younger. I've been dealing with the loss of my father. I was actually talking to Daniel Dennis last night, Daniel about it. Like, Daniel is like one of the only few people that I've actually told about my trauma and stuff. And just talking about everything, about why I am who I am, and why I've done the things that I've done. Like, I don't want anybody to think that I am like getting in a depressive mode, or I'm slipping back into a bad mental state. No, I'm not. It's just like I'm being open and honest about everything that I've had to deal with in my life. And I'm not making excuses for the marriage that I ruined or the relationships that I've ruined when it comes to my professional life and personal life. I'm not making excuses for my addiction problems, me self-medicating and everything. No, I'm not. I am not doing that at all. And I hate motivational speakers because I really do think that some of these motivational speakers come off as just ingenuine and stuff. But I do come across some of these tidbits. Because, you know, like I was talking to Daniel about this. Because both me and Daniel are only children. Like, he's the only son. I'm an only son. But the thing that Daniel has going in his favor is that he has a family. He has a wife. He has a child. After my mom's gone, I don't have anything. I don't have a goddamn thing at all. But I saw this on TikTok, ancestral mathematics. In order to be born, you needed this. Okay? Now think about this. I know this is simple mathematics. But I also think that people just do not realize this. So for you to be born, you needed 2 parents, correct? All right. Then you needed 4 you needed 4 grandparents. Then you needed 8 great-grandparents. Then you needed 16 second great-grandparents. Then you needed 32 third great grandparent. Then you needed 64 fourth great grandparents. Then you needed 128. I know this is going on and on, but 128 fifth great grandparents, and then 256 sixth great grandparents, then 512 seventh great grandparents, and then 1,024 eighth great grandparents, and then 2,048 ninth great grandparents. So for you to be born today from 12 previous generations, you needed a total of 4,094 ancestors over the last 400 years. Think for a moment. How many struggles? How many battles? How many difficulties? How much sadness? How much happiness? How many love stories? How many expressions of hope for the future did you need for this to have to undergo for you to exist in this present moment? And that really does put things into perspective. Do you realize the odds? And I've talked about this before, so I know that I'm going to sound like a broken clock or whatever when I say this, that for you to be born, the odds of you being born as a human being. So I gave you all that into account, okay? Now, out of those 4,096 people, and this goes back to, I didn't even mean to do this. Seriously, I didn't even mean to, do a great segue, but the woman, the audio that I just played for you earlier, talking about the woman that wants the sperm donations. Do you know how much sperm is in a load that a guy releases during sexual intercourse? Do you know the odds of that one sperm making it to the egg? Because all the other sperm, like, okay, seriously, think about this. All the sperm, and no, I haven't smoked weed tonight, so please don't accuse me of that. But think about this, guys. Is all the sperm that's being released, would you still be the same person if another sperm would have made it to the egg before you? I really don't think. I really don't think that you would be. And I've talked about this. I'm not a religious person. So, like, where does the soul come from? What makes you who you are? Like, it's just a question. Maybe it's a question that we'll never, ever, ever be able to know. But I'm just asking a serious question. Like, would you be the same person if one of the other sperms would have made it to the egg on top of the 4,096 people that you needed for you just to exist? So that is why it's 1 in 400 trillion for you to be born a human being. So, you know, like I said, I hate motivational speakers and stuff like that. But just think about that, people. Think about it. All the times that you think that you're down on your luck, or you're this or you're that, or you know what? Maybe it's a curse. Maybe it's a curse to be a human being. Maybe we are just so self-aware that we are just so in touch with our feelings that we just have to just suffer. Maybe that's all life is. It's just one big suffering fest that we all have to deal with. I don't know. I really, really don't know. And I don't want any of you guys to think, like I said, that I'm in a bad mental space, because I'm not. Like, this is the best that I've ever been mentally and physically in my life. These were just questions that I'm posing to you, and that's it. And I didn't mean to get heavy towards the end of the show, but it's just something that I wanted to bring up. Anyways, guys, check me out on YouTube, youtube.com/Tuddle. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell button, because when you do, you're going to get alerted to any time I go live or I upload any brand new content. Hope you guys enjoyed today's show. Hope you guys stay safe, and I will talk to you tomorrow.
And that's the show for today. Thanks for listening to the Tuddle Daily Podcast. Hey, don't be a dickhead. Do us a favor. Like, share, and subscribe to the show. Also, check out the Tuddle category at 315live.com. The Tuddle Daily Podcast is brought to you by Starfire Transport, StitchYouUp.com, and PocketPairClub.com. Special thanks to show producer Vulture and co-host Sirach. Show voiceover service is brought to you by JCVoiceover.com and The Little Cheese Show. Download and subscribe to The Little Cheese Show everywhere podcasts are found. If you want to help support the show, go to paypal.me/TuddleOnTheRadio. You have something you want to say? Tuddle@gmail.com, or leave a voicemail at 407-270-3044. To follow all Tuddle social media, go to Tuddle.net. That's Tuddle with 2 Ds.net. Thanks again for all your support, and we'll see you tomorrow on the Tuddle Daily Podcast.
I get ignorant in normal situations.
What you mean?
What the fuck you mean?
What are you talking about?
Nigga, what the fuck is you talking about?
Oh, shit!